Introduction. Hello. In our profession, we often say that the child is the curriculum. But what does that truly mean in practice? The case study before us, a group of preschoolers wrestling with the challenge of building a stable bridge, uspers a profound answer. Their play is not a break from learning, it is learning. My reflection today, guided by our Play and Exploration Phase 1 modules and Learning Outcome 5, will explore this moment in two parts. First, I will analyze how their actions embody a modern, strength-based view of the child and the principles of playful learning. Then, I will detail the specific, intentional cycle of observation, pedagogical documentation, interpretation, and responsive planning I would use to transform this fleeting moment of interest into a sustained, co-constructed curriculum. This is the work of an educator as a researcher and co-inquirer, as described in our core text. Part 1. Analysis. From deficit to strength, from play to deep learning. Let us look closely at what is happening. One child exclaims, "I want to make the biggest bridge, but it keeps falling." In a traditional, deficit-oriented model, this frustration might be seen as a problem to be fixed. But Learning Outcome 5 demands a paradigm shift. As the textbook states, we must move away from using observation to identify children's deficits and instead turn towards children's interests, curiosity, abilities, potential, and strengths. This child's persistence is a strength, a powerful drive to master a complex concept. His peer, who suggests maybe if we use different shapes, it won't fall down so fast, is demonstrating critical thinking and acting as a co-inquirer and co-investigator to support co-construction. She is not just playing, she is analyzing forces and geometry. Her behavior reflects a classic schema, a repeated pattern of play that makes a child's private thinking visible through their actions. The third child, who tests the bridge with toy cars, is engaging in scientific inquiry. Together, they are experiencing the full spectrum of playful learning. They feel delight in their shared project, wonder at the physical properties of their materials, and choice in how they solve the problem. Their block area has become what our text calls a thinking curriculum environment, one that supports flexible learning and problem solving. This is the fertile ground from which a truly responsive curriculum can grow. Part 2. The intentional cycle. Observation to co-constructed curriculum. Now, let us walk through my intentional response. This is not a single action, but a continuous, reflective cycle. Step 1. Systematic observation and initial documentation. My first task is to be a keen observer. I do not just watch, I listen. I note the child's exact words and capture this moment through multiple modes: a photo, a short video, and an anecdotal note. To gently support their thinking and deepen their exploration, I might ask some open-ended questions like, "What are you trying to figure out with your bridge?" Or, "What happens if," inviting them to reflect without directing the outcome. This initial documentation is raw data. As the textbook reminds us, observation is a systematic process used to listen to and watch children in their play. My focus is on the process, on their curiosity, interactions, emotional states, and use of materials. Step 2. Interpretation and reflection. Later, I engage in deep interpretation. I ask myself, what are children exploring? What does this reveal about their competence and capacity? Their struggle with balance is an exploration of physics and engineering. I reflect on ensuring that I see them as competent and capable learners. This step is vital because, as the textbook states, pedagogical documentation without analysis is equivalent to a mere record. Step 3. Planning a thoughtful provocation. Based on my interpretation, I plan a provocation. My goal is to find ways to introduce children to new ideas that will stretch their thinking. I will add photos of real bridges, loose parts like fabric tubes, and simple measuring tools to the block area. This is an invitation that respects their agency while offering new possibilities. Step 4. Making learning visible and constructing the curriculum. The most crucial step is to allow the child to continue exploring. I will display the photo and my written observation and invite them to reflect. What were you trying to figure out? This is where pedagogical documentation becomes a tool for co-construction. By sharing it, I make children's learning visible, allowing them to see themselves as thinkers. Their responses will directly inform our next steps, leading us into a full-fledged emergent curriculum project that is from children's interests, socially co-constructed. I act as their guide at the side, scaffolding their journey. Conclusion. In closing, this moment of bridge building shows the power of a play-based, observation-driven approach. It moves us from a model where educators have tried to make the child fit into the curriculum to one where we focus on how to develop a curriculum that fits each child. By mastering this cycle, we honor children as the powerful learners they are. We join them as fellow researchers in their quest to understand the world. This is the essence of learning outcome 5. To see the child's unique spark and fan it into a flame of lifelong, joyful learning. The reference document is shown in the figure. Thank you for listening.